Africa is home to 54 countries, but which African countries have the finest educational systems? Although the majority of African countries are regarded as developing, others are carving out a space for themselves in terms of education. To identify the finest education systems based on skill development, the World Education Forum consulted 140 countries, including 38 African countries. The report criteria were the overall level of labor competence as well as the amount and quality of schooling in each nation. Digital literacy, interpersonal skills, and the capacity to think critically and creatively are also factors to consider. So, you're welcome back to this channel. If you are new here, my name is Teresa and I'm a content creator based right here in Nigeria. If you love what you see already, consider subscribing to this channel by clicking that subscribe button below. Also, don't forget to turn on post notification because that will notify you whenever I drop a new content on this channel. Also, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share. So, in this video, we'll be checking out African country with the best educational system. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. On our number one, we have Seychelles. It is the only African country in the top 50 education systems in the world, ranking 43rd ahead of Ukraine, Hungary, Russia, and the United Arab Emirates. It is ranked 28th in the world for critical thinking in teaching and 34th for graduate skill sets. Seychelles is the first and only African country to have fully accomplished UNESCO's Education for All aim. Seychelles is an archipelago island republic in the Indian Ocean with a population of over 98,000 people. The country has a 95.87% literacy rate and is ranked 28th in the world for teaching and critical thinking. With 69.3 points, it also ranks top among African countries with the finest education. Education is obligatory until the age of 16 and then free until the age of 18. Uniforms must be purchased, although books and tuition are not. The gross primary enrollment rate was 114% in 2002, while the net primary enrollment was 100%. The gross and net enrollment ratios are calculated using the number of kids normally registered in primary school and do not always represent actual school attendance. There are no statistics on primary school attendance in Seychelles. In 2002, 99% of pupils who began primary education were expected to complete the 5th grade. In 1993, in response to public criticism, the government removed the need for NYS as a prerequisite for admission to the polytechnic. It did, however, actively urge students to finish NYS before starting employment at the age of 18. Teacher education, business studies, humanities and science, and hotels and tourism had the most pupils. The University of Seychelles was founded on September 17, 2009. Currently, there are over 175 students spread throughout 2 campuses. The second country on our list is Tunisia. Tunisian education is compulsory and free to all its citizens who are due for education up to the age at which he or she completes secondary education. It has focused on its educational system and has invested 20% of its national budget into the educational sector. Tunisian educational system is the 71st among the best educational systems around the world with a rate of 61.4%. Recently, Tunisian education is rated high occasionally in different levels of education globally. For instance, it is rated the 51st best country in the primary education system in the entire world and rated the 49th best country in mathematics and science in different levels of education. But according to the World Economic Forum, it is the third in mathematics and science education. The third country on our list is Mauritius. Education in Mauritius is compulsory until the student gets to the age of 16 years old, when he or she have must have completed his or her secondary education. Mauritius has over a million population and its government offers free transport to all the students as to encourage and support their movement to their education centers regularly. Mauritius is rated the second best in mathematics and science educational system globally by the World Economic Forum. It is rated the third best country in Africa with 61 points in the educational system. It is the 47th best country in vocational training because of the quality of training it provides for the citizens. Recently, Mauritius' educational system is rated the 40th in staff training globally, and its students are rated among the best students in Cambridge international examinations worldwide. So, the fourth country on our list is South Africa. Recently, the South African educational system has undergone some series of developments and investments with an estimated expenditure of 18% of the country's budget in order to improve the country's standard of education, thereby making it competitive in the global educational system in different levels of education, that is basic or primary, secondary and tertiary education. According to UNESCO, South Africa has been rated the fourth best country in Africa in educational development with 58.4 points, 84th best country in Africa in terms of global education system, 55th best country in Africa in terms of educational staff training, 53rd best country in Africa in schooling generally and globally, and it has 94% literacy rate. The fifth country on our list is Algeria. The Algerian government offers free education to its children and eligible citizens and makes it compulsory for all its citizens who have attained the age of 6 to 15. The Algerian government is so interested in the education of its citizens in that it enrolls them till secondary education, that is halfway to higher education. Algeria is the second country in the northern part of Africa with the best education system. Recently, it is rated the 88th best country in the global education systems as well as the 65th best country in terms of school life expectancy globally. It is also the fifth best in Africa with a literacy rate of 75% and 57.4 points. The sixth country on our list is Botswana. Botswana has also rated the 92nd best country in the global education systems, the 76th best country in Africa in terms of school life expectancy, as well as the 67th best country in Africa in educational staff training globally with a literacy rate of 88% and a score of 56.7 points. These rates were achieved based on the country's efforts in making education compulsory for its citizens who have attained the age interval of 4 to 18, thereby encouraging its citizens to attain education. The next country on our list, which is the seventh country, is Kenya. Kenya is one of the countries located in the eastern part of Africa, which has a high quest and test and has put in effort for educational growth and development, and that is why it is rated the 95th best country in the global education system with 78.7 literacy rates. Kenyan education is compulsory for its citizens who have attained the age interval of 6 to 17 years. Kenya is also rated 43rd in digital skills globally, 21st in finding skilled employees globally, and a score of 56.4 points for its educational efforts. The Kenyan government invests in its educational sector with an estimated rate of 17.58% of its budget, according to different reports dated in the year 2017, which are still relevant today. On our number 8, we have Cape Verde. Cape Verde is an island in the Central Atlantic Ocean and one of the African countries to work on their educational system recently. Its government offers free education to citizens who have attained the age of 12 years old and mandatory education for its citizens who have attained the age interval of 6 to 14 years. The country is rated with an 80% literacy rate, 8th best African country in terms of educational system, 503 points plus 71st on finding skilled employees, and 53rd best country in teaching and critical thinking globally. On our number 9, we have Egypt. Recently, it is also rated the 99th best country by the Global Education System with a rate of 71% literacy rate and 52.8 points. According to UNESCO, Egypt is the 70th best country in the world in terms of digital skills, and its government offers compulsory and free education to Egyptians who have attained the age of 6 to 15, as it looks forward to making education in the secondary level compulsory to its citizens. On our number 10, we have Namibia. The Namibian educational system is rated 52.7% and 88.2% in terms of critical thinking and teaching. It is the 82nd and 43rd best country in educational staff training globally, and also the 100 best in the global education system, and that shows its effectiveness in the educational sector. Namibian government funds education for its citizens who have attained the age interval of 6 to 16 years old, and recently their government still plans to extend and offer the citizens the best educational systems and infrastructures. On our number 11, we have Ghana. Ghanaian education has been rated 104th globally and 11th best in Africa with a literacy rate of 79.04% among the citizens who have attained the age of 15 years and above and can also understand, read and write. The Ghanaian education system is divided into basic or primary, secondary and tertiary education, as basic education is free and compulsory for children who have attained the age interval of 4 to 15 years. However, the free and compulsory education offer lasts up to 12 years old. Recently, the Ghanaian education system, especially the university level, is very competitive in different work fields such as law, business, pharmacy, engineering, and medicine, and this has helped the country to stand out and has led to the standard of its educational system. The next country on our list is Nigeria. Nigerian education system is divided into different sectors which include basic or primary, secondary and tertiary education, and its educational system have attracted international students that help in growing their education. Recently, the country is rated 124th best in educational system globally and the 12th in Africa. On our number 13, we have Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe's literacy rate is 83.58% as its educational system mandates 7 years as the urban primary school teach in English before joining secondary school. However, the Zimbabwe educational system uses two primary languages, which are Sona and Debele English. The next country on our list is Rwanda. Recently, Rwanda's literacy rate is 73.22% and it is rated the 128th best in the world as a country with the best education, as its educational system runs on a 6334 system that includes primary school that lasts for 6 years, the junior secondary takes 3 years, the secondary level takes 3 years, and the higher level, that is university, takes 4 years. As part of the government's policy to improve school enrollment and attendance of deprived children, Rwanda introduced free education to provide more equitable educational opportunities for its citizens. On our number 15th, which is the last country for this video, is Malawi. Malawian educational system is rated 148 globally with a literacy rate of 65.75%, as its first 8 years of education are compulsory and the first 4 years of teaching are done in the country's local language, and shifts the foreign language, that is English, to balance its educational system. The Malawian government offers free education to the primary level regardless of the few challenges the educational sector faces. So in conclusion, education is an indispensable industry and cannot be done without it in any way. The industry must be established for Africa to catch up to other industrialized countries. The issue have been examined as well as potential remedies. The government and citizens should work together to promote Africa's education department. And that brings us to the end of this video. If you find this video informative and you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly do so now by hitting that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to on post notification, because that will notify you whenever I drop a new content on this channel. And don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Till then, stay safe and remain blessed. Bye.